welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing nutrition facts tables and how to read labels. And I'm going to show you a few products today, and we're going to have a deeper look at what the label looks like. We are also going to be making banana nut butter wraps today. And then we'll finish off today with a couple of tips, safety tips, and cooking tips. So nutrition labeling is actually mandatory in all packaged products in Canada. And the information that you'll find on a food label includes a nutrition facts table as well as an ingredient list. And those are the two that we're going to look at today. The nutrition facts table tells us a lot about a product. It tells us how many calories is in a product, the nutrients that the item contains. It makes it easy to compare similar products. It helps us look for foods that have a little or a lot of an ingredient, and helps us select foods if we're on a special diet. Some of the things that are included in the nutrition facts table shown here are carbohydrates. That's broken down into fiber and sugar. Whenever choosing a product, you want something that is higher in fiber and lower in sugar, specifically when you're choosing cereals or crackers. When you're looking at a product and you've been told to watch your salt or your sodium intake, the sodium is important to look at on a label. And potassium, calcium, iron are also included. Whenever looking at a label, notice what the serving size is. Are we talking about one cracker? And who would really only eat one cracker? Or are we talking about a reasonable serving size, like 3 or 4 crackers, which is probably more of what you'd eat? So the serving size is important. We can look at the calories that are in a product, and then we can look at the percent DV, which is listed here on the right of the labels. Percent DV means percent daily value. Basically, this just tells us if it has a lot of an ingredient or a little of an ingredient. Something that you'd want a higher percent daily value or higher percent DV in would be something like fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, and calcium. Something you'd want to get less of in a percent daily value would be the fat, particularly saturated and trans fat, perhaps sodium and cholesterol. Let's see how we can compare two labels and use the nutrition facts table. Here on my screen, you can see the label of 2 cereals, cereal A and cereal B. Let's look at the serving size. Cereal A, the serving size is 1/2 cup. Cereal B, the serving cup is 3/4 of a cup. I want to choose a cereal that's high in fiber. So I'm going to go down to the fiber and notice that cereal A has 7 grams of fiber and cereal B has 1 gram of fiber. You can see that by the percentages. One is 28%. Higher than 15% is generally a lot of something in a product, and lower than 5% in a product is generally a small amount in a product. So if I want a lot of fiber, I want higher than 15%, which is demonstrated here in cereal A. And if I want a lot of it, less than 5% means there's very little in the product. So this would only be 4% in cereal B. In this example, cereal A is a better choice than cereal B because it has more fiber. Let's look at these 2 burgers. We can compare these 2 labels and gain a better sense of which product is a healthier choice. The first one and the second one have the same serving size. Product 1 has 210 calories, product 2 only has 123. Let's look at the percent daily value. Burger 1, if we quickly scan through, we see what it's high in and what it's low in. We want more fiber, more vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, and calcium. And we want less fat, saturated fat, trans fat, sodium, and cholesterol. Product 1 has a higher percent daily value in fat, saturated fat, and sodium compared to product 2. Therefore, product 2 is the healthier choice. Today we're going to be making banana nut butter wraps. These are the easiest meals to put together in a pinch. You can have it for lunch, you can have it for breakfast, and you know what? You can even have it as a delicious snack midway in the day. So what you're going to need are wraps. There are a variety of wraps that you can find. Dempster's have these original tortillas. These are the larger ones. Dempster's also makes 100% whole wheat or whole grain tortillas. These are smaller ones. So either one would work. And you're going to need a nut butter of choice. I'm going to be using my natural nut butter, peanut butter. Almond butter works as well. Remember, you're looking at the ingredient list of these products, and the only ingredient you want in your peanut butter is peanuts. The only ingredient you want in your almond butter is almonds. So it's one ingredient in the list, and whole grain obviously has more fiber, less sugar, and so these are the ones that are the best choice. I'm going to be taking one banana for this recipe, and today I'm going to use my small tortilla to demonstrate a delicious, easy peanut butter wrap. Take the peanut butter. You've stored it upside down in the fridge so that the oil is not at the top. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of peanut butter and simply spread it on the tortilla. You don't necessarily have to go edge to edge, but you can if you wish. A nice layer of peanut butter. I'm going to take my banana. You want to catch the bananas before they get overly ripe, and you want to make sure that they are not too green. And I'm going to slice my banana. Simply take the banana slices and lay them down the middle in a row, just like this. You can layer them, you can put them staggered. Once your bananas are laid out in the middle, simply take your banana, your tortilla, and roll it into a perfectly rolled tortilla. And ta-da, you've got your banana peanut butter wrap, delicious with a cup of tea or a glass of milk to enjoy any time of the day. That was a delicious peanut butter wrap. I enjoyed it with my coffee, and it's a great, easy, fast meal to prepare. Now that you know what to look for on food labels, you can see which wrap is your wrap of choice. I chose the whole grain wrap because it had more fiber and it was lower in sodium because it was smaller. A couple of tips. You can always keep tortillas in the freezer. They usually come in a pack of 10. Keep them in the fridge or the freezer. They thaw very easily. And again, they're great to take out if you're in a pinch and looking for a meal, and not as heavy as a piece of bread. So sometimes that appeals to some. Remember to buy natural nut butter. Now that we know what to look for on a nutrition label, make sure that you're comparing your peanut butters or your almond butters, or again, any seed butters if you're allergic to a nut butter. So my peanut butter and almond butter only had one ingredient, much less processed. They both had less sodium than the peanut butters that had salt added to it, and they both had less sugar than the peanut butters that had more sugar added. Keep peanut butter in the fridge, remember, or any nut butter once it's opened. It has to be refrigerated. This will keep it fresh. It will prevent a mold from growing, especially in the peanut butter called alpha toxin. And the shelf life will be increased and less likely to make you ill. I hope that you enjoyed the session. I wish you a wonderful day filled with healthy eating. Thanks for joining me.